A grocery store checkout line is supposed to be boring. Annoying, maybe, but boring. Tonight's story is about a woman who turned a simple mistake into a public execution, and the stranger who finally said what everyone else was thinking. So here's what happened. She's 35, doing her normal weekly shop at a local supermarket. Busy afternoon, long line, the usual. Everyone's standing there with baskets and trolleys, half scrolling on their phones, half watching the conveyor belt creep forward. In front of her is an older woman mid-50s, maybe already radiating impatience. You know the type, sighing loudly, tapping her foot, doing those exaggerated eye rolls like she's performing her misery for an audience. The cashier is a teenager, 17 at most. Nervous hands, slightly flustered energy, the vibe of someone new who's trying to get it right while also feeling the weight of everyone's eyes on her. And honestly, she's doing fine. A couple small mistakes, nothing serious. Until she scans one item twice. It happens. It's not the end of the world. But because it's a checkout system, she has to call a supervisor to void the extra scan, which means a short wait. That's all it takes. The older woman snaps. Not a frustrated comment, not a tired sigh, full-on berating. She starts ripping into this kid like she's been personally attacked by a barcode. How hard can it be to do this job? You can't even do basic tasks. You're wasting everyone's time. And she doesn't stop. The longer she goes, the more flustered the cashier gets. The cashier's trying to fix it, trying to keep scanning, trying to hold herself together while someone is humiliating her in front of a line of strangers. And then the girl's eyes start to water. She's tearing up. And the worst part is that moment when the entire line hears it happening, sees it happening, and most people do what people usually do. Stare at the gum rack, pretend it's not their problem, hope someone else says something. For a second, the narrator waits, hoping the woman will calm down. She doesn't. So she steps in. She tells the woman calmly but firmly, "You don't have the right to treat someone like that. She's doing her best. It's a mistake. If you're so unhappy, try working like her for a day and see how easy it is." The woman turns on her instantly, looks stunned, then offended. And she says the classic line bullies love when they get called out. "Mind your own business." And the narrator says, "It is my business when you're making a kid cry over something as stupid as groceries." Right then, the supervisor arrives, steps in to handle the void, and that seems to break the older woman's momentum. She storms off, still muttering and cursing like she's the wronged party. When it's over, the cashier looks up with teary eyes and thanks her, quietly, like she didn't even expect anyone to defend her. But then the narrator notices something that makes her question herself. A couple people behind her give her looks, not supportive looks, more like, "Why did you make a scene?" And now she's second-guessing it, wondering if she overreacted, wondering if she should have stayed quiet like everyone else. Here's the thing. The people giving her looks weren't the ones being screamed at. They weren't the ones trying to do a job while a grown adult tore them down. They were just uncomfortable because conflict makes some people itchy. They'd rather let cruelty happen than risk awkwardness, They call it keeping the peace, but what they really mean is keeping things quiet. And the reality is, public bullying survives because it's usually rewarded with silence. That woman felt comfortable doing that because she expected nobody would challenge her. The moment someone did, she retreated. Not because she suddenly became kind, but because bullies hate witnesses who talk back. Also, stepping in the way she did was actually pretty controlled. She didn't scream. She didn't insult her appearance. She didn't threaten her. She called out the behavior and defended the cashier. If anything, the only scene was the one the older woman created when she decided groceries were worth humiliating a teenager. So no, she didn't overreact. She did what most people wish they'd done 5 minutes after they leave the store, when the guilt hits and they think, I should have said something. She said it in the moment. So here's the question I want to leave you with tonight. If you were in that line, would you step in when someone's bullying a teenager doing their job, even if it makes things awkward? Or would you stay silent and hope someone else becomes the brave one?